Video, I'm going to be playing on the laptop again. I tried, well, not tried, but I was going to with, when I shut off Existence in the other book, I did try and go on the laptop, but I completely forgot. I was just kind of like thinking only one thing only. So, this is the last comic haul of the month, definitely. Even though we have a week left of February, this is going to be the last of the month. And then the next video, and then March 1st, I'll upload my complete February haul. Alright, so starting with this first one. This one I got for $7, and that is The Overman by Scott Reed with artwork done by Shane White. This one seems to, it says right here, a hired killer fights to stop an apocalyptic union of mankind and machine. He will fail. So, this seemed like right up my alley. It was $7. Only thing wrong with it is that it's bent, and I'm hoping, because I have it on my top shelf, and atop my shelf now, actually, I have here, actually, I can do it justice. That's all Image Comics. I have some placeholders right now because I don't want it to lean over, but that entire shelf you see right there, all Image Comics. Now, there are some placeholders. I got 2 copies of 2 books. You'll see why in a second here, but as of right now, technically I do have a full shelf of Image Comics. And the top shelf is like tight. So I'm hoping that this will go back to the way it's supposed to, like this. So I don't like it. So far, I want to say it's actually improving. That's the only thing wrong with this. And I got this used very good. If you guys want to know, and this is from Amazon too. Like Amazon shipped it. So it was 2-day shipping it's my Prime book. Third-party seller, though. Still at Bookhouse Boys again. The book's out here over the fall. I have them 2 different sets, piles. If you guys want to know why I am so, like, you'll see for a book here. If you guys want to know why I'm so, OCD about the condition of my books, that's a good reason for why. So also a reason why I'm doing it on the laptop is, yeah, it's darker. I don't know why, the lighting is darker. But so many of my videos, I'm putting on the iPad, I'm like, okay, guys, so we're going to talk about this book. And it's like, why am I not centered? And yeah, and I'm also looking at the camera, too. I think it has to do with either the cross-eye, the way I have the iPad, or the way the camera is on the iPad. It's very weird. I don't know why, but I never look at the camera. I'm a little bit, lopsided, here. I'm like, okay, guys, so here's the video, here's the comic I'm talking about, yada, yada, yada. And then, yeah, it's weird. But I don't mind that. That I don't mind. That I've gotten used to, and you guys have gotten used to too. But I hate it when I'm like, okay, guys, so I'm reviewing a comic, and you still show it. Yeah, I still like, okay, here's the comic. But I'm like, all this added space over here, all this negative space. It's one of those pet peeves of mine for my content. This one collects 1 through 5 of Overman. It's weird because the next one you'll see collects 6 issues, and it's a lot shorter than this book. Not a lot short, like a bit shorter, noticeably so. Then I'll show off the artwork. The artwork was pretty good. Now, I don't know anything about Scott Reed. He's done a few things for Marvel that I may have read. And of course, my library has none of those books. I was trying to, speaking of library, I think the next time I go, the next set of books, that'll be the last time I check out as many as I do. I'm gonna try and cut it at least in half for the following visit. Or more than half, but you'll see. Pretty much because I want to try and not read less, of course. I still want to read like crazy, but I want to, because I got a new pair of headphones, a new pair of earbuds. I want to watch more TV shows, start streaming content, like TV shows and shit. Finally finish the first season of The Boys, all that. Okay, so next one, speaking of streaming TV shows, I can now comfortably stream Invincible. I got the Invincible Universe Compendium. This is technically the last of what you need for Invincible after getting the 3 compendiums or the hardcovers or whichever way you decide to buy them. I got the 3 compendiums. But there's this one on the back here says Adam Eve, Rexplode, Brit, and Best Tiger. Brit has his own miniseries, but that one I don't count. First of all, Brit isn't even in the TV show yet. Well, once he appears in the TV show, but this, according to Wikipedia, is the last of what you need for Invincible, other than, again, the ongoing series itself. which is not ongoing anymore because it's ended, but it was still ongoing. So this one collects, has it right in the back here, collects Invincible Presents Adam and Eve 1 through 2, Invincible Presents Adam, Eve, and Rex Explode 1 through 3. That was collected in a trade that I do still own. I probably will keep it, for now at least, unless I have like which I could sell it now because I could do that. I'm thinking of, because one of the books that I got today is wider than your average comic. I want to put all those in the same place on my shelf, and if I take out Invincible, I probably won't have enough room. But I don't think I have some. So on my shelf, I like to have it like tight. But anyways, continuing on. Guarding the Globe 1 through 6, Guarding the Globe Volume 2 1 through 6, and Invincible Universe 1 through 12. So all like the miscellaneous mini-series and those kinds of things that weren't collected in any of the Invincible compendiums. I'm sure there's a lot more that I need. I'm sure if there's a mini-series for each and every character, but so far I have all of it. And it does say Compendium 1, Volume 1, so hopefully if they come out with a second compendium, they'll collect all the mini-series, like Brit, which I think had like 4, so like 4 volumes, so I don't think that'll happen, but I don't know. But as of right now, I have everything. I can and when I say comfortably, well, Guardians of the Globe is featured in Invincible, and I knew Guardians of the Globe Guardian the Globe. I knew Guardian the Globe was Guardians of the Globe, like to put 2 and 2 together. So I was like, I kind of would like to at least own everything. So when I get into the Invincible TV show, I'll read the comics, and I'll probably read the comics after. I think that's what I'm gonna start doing. If it just so happens, like a good example is 4 Kids Walk Into a Bank, criminally underrated series from Black Mask. Probably the only good Black Mask series that wasn't like super woke or anything like that. Like Black Mask, like it does actually make woke comics. I'm not trying to say that like, oh, they have a woman in it. Okay, I keep losing track of where the thing is that how long I've been going on for. And this will just end the video if you don't have enough storage. It won't, like the iPad does, but it'll end it and make a noise that's like, delete, and I won't hear it because it's a pretty quiet noise for the most part. But anyways, as I was saying, Guardians of the Globe. I was saying how I was good. Oh, so yeah, 4 Kids Walk Into a Bank. Criminally underrated series. Like it is woke. It is my woke publisher, Black Mask. I think that there's some like the wokest of comics. Not only have the black man in it, so it's woke. No, I mean actual woke, the definition of woke and that kind of stuff. And but 4 Kids Walk Into a Bank, I've read it like 50 times. It's that good. And if they made a TV show or a movie adaptation, obviously I'll have read the comic before. But for ones that I can help it, I'm going to watch the TV show or movie beforehand. Like with Happy, I obviously going to be watching a TV show after. But just so I don't have that, oh, it's not like the comic. Like Walking Dead, I don't want, and Preacher are 2 prime examples of, they're my favorite comics from their respective publishers, Vertigo and Image Comics. And I don't want, and the TV show adaptations are so different to the point where even I don't want to watch because they're that different. I don't mind to change a couple of things, but Walking Dead changes a lot, and it's like, it's kind of one of those things where, why would you adapt it that way? It's so much more hard hitting in the comics, and you kind of pussed out, that kind of thing. Preacher, I believe, is a bit about the same way, but they change a lot of the characters, so it's like almost unrecognizable. But, and then, sorry, artwork for Invincible Universe Compendium, and I'll go towards the beginning. Right here is good enough. There you go. And it is one of these compendiums that's very, very thin. I think this is the thinnest you can get an Image Comics compendium. Actually, no, wait, I take that back. Ghosted is. And I'll be getting that probably sometime soon. Not like, probably in June, probably. Because that's when the last remaining two volumes that, so far, of Joshua Williams are out. So I'll have all Joshua Williamson's Image Comics that came out so far. It's like it's something else that's coming out. Like Dark Ride will be over, and I believe both the Energon Universe books he's writing, they're both, all 2 of them, they're both miniseries. I could be wrong though. Moving on, we're getting very much way too sidetracked. making sure that I'm showing off everything. It's just, like already almost done. I'm like, what? How the hell is that? How the hell did that happen? So this next one is Black Harvest, written and drawn by Josh Howard. This is the 6-issue miniseries, so 6 issues collected in here. This was a 6-issue series. I was talking to you guys about how Overman was 5 issues, and that looked like it was a lot thicker than this one. Not a lot thicker, but you get what I'm trying to say. Now, Josh Howard, so this one was also, I found for $7, along with, actually it was like $6.47, but $7, rounding it up, from the Bookhouse Boys yet again. The Bookhouse Boys is the third-party seller that I got these books from. I got a lot from the Bookhouse Boys. They're so far my favorite third-party seller off Amazon. If you want Prime shipping. My favorite overall on Amazon, but it's shipped and sold, is probably Wonderbook. Why I pay more online is a very close second, but Wonderbook, with every order you get, they give you a free bookmark, which is really nice. And it's used like new is used like new, and used very good. I think even then it was like it was only a few blemishes. That was it. So this is Black Harvest, but written and drawn by Josh Howard. So I had mistakenly thought I was going to get gift cards from others for Valentine's Day, but I should have known I wouldn't have. So I was looking at books. I was like, okay, let's get this book and get this one. Ironically enough, the one I was going to get along with this book, I got either way. So either way, I got those books, but I saw this one. I was like, okay, this is $7. Yeah, let's do that. Prime shipping. And then I saw there was another one by Josh Howard. So let's go to the artwork. This one is, it has to do with conspiracy theories. It's paranormal, too. Yeah, okay. So there's a yearly phenomenon known as the Jericho Lights. Brings forward tourists and UFO enthusiasts from miles around. So that kind of thing. And then something happens. And it did sound very interesting. It did sound right by Annalie. I did just show off the artwork. Now, Josh Howard, so his artwork, you can tell, I don't know if, so I'm going to compare it to a book. So this is the artwork. I'm going to show it again. It reminds me a lot of, what is it? You know what? I'll show the actual comic itself. Because I got it. It's a library book. There we are, finally. So, obviously, this is not a book I got this month because it's a library book. So, this is a sneak peek of the books I'll be reading next time that I haven't showed off yet because I don't have all those books yet. So, his artwork reminds me a lot of Michael Avon Oeming's artwork. I think it's just because, like, the square face kind of thing, like, that kind of, like, I guess you could say Samurai Jack, like, that kind of artwork. So, let's try and do a good example. Yeah, kind of like that, like right here, you know, like that kind of, it immediately reminded me of Michael Avon Oeming's artwork. And the reason why I mentioned that is because the artwork, Joshua Howard's artwork is, Josh Howard, how do you say it? Josh Howard's artwork is, and you can say either way, his artwork takes a lot to get used to. I like consistent artwork. You know, artwork that I can't tell is a lot different. I am a bit, what do they call it? Artist, it's not art blind, what do they call it? But basically, I can't tell, like, Aaron Lopresti's artwork from David Finch's artwork, unless I look really closely. Like, if it goes, like, if issue 1 of a series is drawn by David Finch, then issue 2 is done by Aaron Lopresti, it won't be that much of a difference for me. I won't know as much of a difference unless I really, like, thought about it, someone told me. It's not art blind. Artist blind? I don't know, but your boy's documented with the phrase, and it was perfect. I forget what it was. I forget what he said. It was a blank blind, like color blind, blank blind. I forget what it's called. But Josh Howard's is done. It's so different that it was gonna take a lot getting used to. But the good way of me getting used to it was knowing that was realizing it looked a lot like Michael Avon Oeming's artwork, which I do like that kind of artwork. Most recently, he did World of Krypton, which I really enjoyed. Then I got 2 copies. Because Amazon, there was a problem with the first, cause you guys will, so segue into what I was saying before about how I don't like how the artwork looks. Not that. I'm still on artwork. Gotta get my mind off that. But how I'm like OCD with the condition of the books. I got 2 copies of Josh Howard's magnum opus, Dead at 17. Why did I get 2 copies? Well, I got a replacement, and I fought with Amazon. I didn't fight with Amazon, but Amazon said, hey, you can keep the original copy. Ignore all the emails that we're sending. Not sent to me, we're sending to my mother, because we all work off her account. We all order off her account. So you can keep the original copy, ignore the emails, all that, which is absolutely fantastic. I love when they do that. They should, not every time, but they should do that like every once in a while. They do. I don't know why I say they should. They do. There's 2 books I got. You guys already know if you've been watching my videos, all the videos I made this month. You guys will know that I also got 2 copies of Beowulf. So this was the original copy. There's just a blemish here, and it kind of showed off. It's like on the bottom. Very like small blemishes, and if they, so you can see right there, a little bend, something like a little bend. Just to me, it's like it was a used copy that they tried to pawn off as new, so they could charge you full price. And I could have gotten a copy off of a third-party seller that was used, very good, and it basically the same blemishes that are on here. It did seem like it would be on that copy. And they said shelfware. Okay, that makes sense because there is shelfware here. Now, shelfware, this I don't care. This I don't mind. Taking it off my shelf and on my shelf, like if I show it off on a video, when I'm reading it, when I'm flipping through the artwork, that's going to happen like the 5th time. By the 5th time, it's going to happen. So, it's no skin off my back when it's on the bottom here. But bends are kind of something I don't like. If I had to choose to get a blemish besides just shelfware, that's the next one I would choose. So it's not no skin off my back either, but it's like, you know what, if I can get a replacement, let's get a replacement. Oh, and also up here. These ones I don't like, because again, that Spider-Girl book. Whenever I see a blemish like this, I'm like, oh, if it's a little bit bigger, it goes all around here. It's basically what Spider-Girl was, and the binding was coming apart. So whenever I see a book like that, I'm like, uh-oh, and I get PTSD, flashbacks to Spider-Girl. Complete collection. That was a library book, by the way, not one I owned. So, Dead at 17 collects all 7 volumes of Dead at 17. You know what I'm actually going to do? I'm going to take my first copy and I'm going over what issues it collects. I'll put my placement copy right there. And yes, you can tell that this was a placeholder along with Beowulf. So, those 2 placeholders, technically I do have my whole entire first shelf filled up to the brim with Image Comics. Now, I did always have it because I have the top shelf I have more room on the top shelf because I have DVDs so I have them all leaned up like this, but they're all against DVDs like this. So DVDs are stacked, so I can comfortably lean up against my shelf. I do have DVDs there, and that causes so I have more room on the top shelf than I do on any of the other shelves. So technically, placeholder or no placeholder, I believe I do have. I do. All that entire shelf space filled up. That like how half the shelf is all Image Comics. I don't know what I'm trying to say, like it more than that. Okay. But anyways, this is a 20-minute video, guys. I'm just like prattling and getting sidetracked for a good reason. Like, to mention the whole thing of like the whole like streaming service thing. I guess that wasn't wasn't exactly necessary. So Dead at 17 1-4. Dead at 17, Blood of Saints 1-4, Dead at 17, Revolution 1-4, 1-2-4. So all 4 issues there. Dead at 17, The 13th Brother 1-4, and Dead at 17, Afterbirth 1-4, and Dead at 17, The Witch Queen 1-4, and Dead at 17, The Blasphemy Throne 1-7. A lot of 4-issue miniseries, and I would have hated getting those volumes back in the day. No matter how much I like a series, or if I got more, I hate it when they do only 4 issues. Now this is fine because this is all in one. So either way, it's 31 issues. But still, now what's weird is that on the back here it says. So way back here. So in between each issue, they don't give the covers. They tell you what chapter you're on, like at the beginning, but you have to. Yeah, it says 33 issues. It's really weird. So, they give you all the covers here, like they do like they would in the back of an omnibus. I'm trying to not ruin this book, but it's very hard to show it because this will keep trying to come back on words. So if you guys gotta zoom in. This is too big a book for me to do anything more than that, and I'll show it the artwork too. But this is at least easier because I can do it like this. Actually, I couldn't like that to begin with, but it's like closer to the beginning of the book anyways. And then one more. And last but not least, Jeremy Maralt's The Fall. They said this was very similar to the feeling of Walking Dead, but not zombies, more post-apocalyptic. That was what they were saying. Like if you was the out in the back here. Yep. Okay, so an apocalyptic adventure, The Fall, Volume 1. Apocalyptic adventure akin to Robert Kirkman's The Walking Dead with the emotion of Cormac McCarthy's The Road, which is a novel, not a graphic novel. And this collects The Fall 1 through 6. And this was the one I was talking about where it's wider. So I have to have I have to put all these like magazine-sized books. I like to have them all in the same spot. And I'll go like this. Beowulf is bigger than this one, so I'll go this Beowulf and so on and so forth. So it looked interesting. Artwork also done by Jeremy Maralt. I'll show the artwork again. I know I did, but I think it was too quick. Does look very interesting. It does remind me a lot of European comics, pretty much because of the way the book is printed, and because of the word balloons are all done even with dialogue. They're done. They're square instead of round. Which always reminds me of Mad Magazine too. Kind of funny because this is a magazine size book. And that, as they say, is that 22 minutes going over what 7 books, 5 books. No, it was 6 because I got 2 copies of Dead 17. Technically going over 6 books. I would say 5. That's it.